Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Melissa, and if you're new here, welcome. If you are new here, my name is Melissa and I speak about missing children on my channel. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe and also hit that bell so you can be notified every time I upload. I want to start by saying Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates today. I am Latina, so we celebrated yesterday. We had our dinner yesterday, and then today we opened gifts. My daughter got a lot of gifts, which I'm very, very happy about because it's all that matters is just seeing her smile. This is what Christmas is about, and about celebrating God and stuff like that. So yeah, so today I do have a brand new case. I wanted to bring a case that happened that had to do with New Year's, but I just couldn't find one, which thank God I couldn't, because obviously that's not what we want. So I'm going back to following my list, and yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So today we're going to be talking about Sky Eliajah, and he disappeared from Bolivar, Washington. So on the morning of November 6, 2011, Sky Eliajah Metalwale, born September 6, 2009, disappeared in Bolivar, Washington, United States. His mother, Julie, claimed that she put Sky, who was reportedly sick, and his older sister in her car to go to a nearby hospital. Along the way, Bolivaca stated, oh, Julie. I'm just gonna call her Julie because I'm trying to say her last name the wrong way. I'm sorry. Julie stated that she ran out of gas and left Sky in the car along with a Bolivar Street while she went to get help. She said that when she returned after being gone about an hour and a half, Sky was gone. He has not been seen since. So she left him. She left her car along the Bellevue Street with her own child. That's what she said. This situation was reported to police, who soon came to doubt Julie's account since her car was found to have enough gas in its tank and was in working order. Her description of the incident also shared similarities with an episode of Law and Order Special Victim Unit that had been rebroadcast in the Seattle area the night before, shortly before Julie had decided to withdraw from a maternity custody agreement that was the last stage of her convenience divorce from Sky's father. Solomon has remained active in assisting police with this investigation, believing Kai's disappearance was related to the custody disputes. Julie had not been fully cooperated with the police, although she claims to have no more idea that her ex-husband of what happened to Sky, although there have never been allegations that she neglected Sky. When he was in her custody, she stated Child Care Agency have tried to remove a child she had with the latter husband with a history of abuse. Police had made strategic decisions not to charge her with child endangerment for leaving her son in the car on the day he disappeared, in order to keep their options open if they learn more about Sky's whereabouts. Both Sky parents were immigrants to the United States. Solomon is originally from Pakistan. Julie is a Ukrainian born in Soviet Russia. She later claimed to have been subject to shock therapy in mental hospital during her childhood as punishment in addition to regular discipline, beatings by her parents with serious negativity effects and her self-esteem as a result. Solomon had been running in a convenience store in Bolivar, Washington, when they two met in 1997. Julie met her future husband at age 15, 3 years after immigrating from Russia. At that time, she was a student in high school, Bolivar High School. Solomon, then 21, invited her to a party and the two began dating. Julie took up a job at the restaurant his family owned in the Pioneer Square neighborhood of Seattle. By 1999, when she finished high school and was naturalized, the couple both commuted in Bolivar. While Julie and Solomon enjoyed work and many leisure activities together, there was some friction between them. Police in Calland were called when the couple were seen arguing loudly at the local gas station over their plans for the evening. The man gave his name as Solomon McLean, supposedly Solomon's brother. Julie later told a clinical psychologist that by this point she had learned that her boyfriend could be very controlling and she had become emotionally dependent on him. In turn, nevertheless, in 2003, She married him in a brief ceremony in his mother's kitchen. Later, she said his family gave her the choice of either doing so or never seeing him again, since they claimed he was facing imminent deportation for reasons that are known. Julie later claimed that she did not tell her own family the real reason the two had wed until 2010. When Solomon converted to Christianity, he and his wife began attending a church in Kirkland. Julie believed that her in-laws blamed her for this, strained their relationship with her, causing more problems in the marriage. Within the 2 years, they were experiencing financial problems. Where are you going?
To the restroom.
Okay, guys, I'm so sorry about that. Janelle. No, ma'am. You're not about to be like Alani. You just got this tablet, you know. I'm so sorry, guys. My daughter got a tablet for Christmas from her parents, and she wanted to take it to the restroom, and yeah, that's a no. And they ordered her a case too, but still, I just don't want her. I wanted her to take care of it. So where was? Okay, so believed that her in-laws blame her for this strain. So because they turned Christianity, her in-laws blamed her. Within 2 years, they were experiencing financial problems as well when the competing daylight opened next to their restaurant and began cutting into their earnings. Daughter Miller, the first child, was born in 2007. Business further declined in the Great Recession that began in 2008. Despite those setbacks, the two bought a home in Kirkland that year over $800,000. In addition to the mortgage payment, they still had to make their Boulevard commute. Sky was born in 2009. A psychiatrist, Julie, saw prescribed her antidepressant while she was pregnant, although she said she did not need them. Buy lenders were beginning to foreclose their family properties, and they were in arrears on many of their bills. They were forced to move out of the Kirkland home and into the smaller Boulevard residence. Solomon claimed in later court papers that at this time, Julie began to exhibit psychological problems, causing him to begin eating outside and sleeping in the floor to complete with her obsession with keeping the community clean. The board of citizens, the couple served for times for violating noises regulations. At one point, they awoke their neighbors with vacuuming after 11 p.m. Julie, in turn, alleged to the salon, became controlling and angry. When Sky was 2 months old, his parents left him alone in the car in Target parking lot for almost an hour on a day when the outdoor temperature was 27 Fahrenheit, -3 Celsius. Both parents were arrested after the police had them paged to their car and charged with reckless endangerment. The Mellors claimed that they had been inside only for 20 minutes and did not want to wake the children, but the store security camera video footage disproved them after they agreed to take a parenting class. Charges were dropped several years later. I don't care if my child is asleep or awake. I don't care. If I'm going in the store, my child's going in with me. And if my child wakes up, that's what happens. On Julie's 29th birthday in early 2010, she was briefly commute to the mental hospital for the first of 3 times after telling Solomon she had dreamed of killing their children. There she was diagnosed with cerebral obsession compulsive disorder. However, psychiatrists did not believe that they rendered her unfit to parent to a child, and she would later deny that she had been so diagnosed. Shortly after she got out, Solomon filed for divorce. After the couple separated, Julie texted her husband claiming to have suicidal ideations, which later claimed she had done just to get his attention. Upon her third commute, she was found to have a global assessment of funtation score of 15, suggesting she was danger to herself and others. It had been improved to 40, meaning slight impairment by the time she was released. After the release, Solomon and his brother took Julie to University of Washington Medical Center, where she checked involuntarily. While she was there, their lender foreclosed the condominium. Solomon moved with their children to his parents' home in Kirkland. And let me just say this. I feel like, yeah, they're having problems, but for her ex-husband to help his ex-wife get some help and become a better person, I give him props for that, because not every man would have done that. Like, every other man would like, you know what, I'm not dealing with you, I ain't even married to you, whatever. But I feel like him trying to get her some help kind of gives me that sense of that he really did care. And, you know, he loved his kids and he wanted to help the kids of his mom. And I just give him props for that. The couple veritably context to the divorce. Julie alleged in her filing that Solomon had been abusive and that she feared for her life. Solomon claimed that the allegations were fabricated and said Julie's mental problems made her unstable, incapable of keeping food in the house or letting her children sleep in beds due to the OCD. Children Protective Service investigated a claim that Solomon had injured his daughter, but ruled it unfounded. Nevertheless, Solomon was prohibited from seeing his children for a year while the case was investigated. At different times in the case, both spouses sought protection orders against each other. On September 10th, the court ordered Julie for full custody of both children. She refused to let them see Solomon, who did not have any visitation rights. Solomon continued to press the issue in court, along with some other issues such as property that they both owned. Julie offered to forego alimony and child support if he let her move to Arizona with the children, but he refused. Those disputes continued for over a year. In November 2011, the court hearing the case ordered the couple into a week of meditation to resolve the issue. The session was reportedly success, with the two eventually agreeing that Julie would have custody of both children, while Solomon had full visitation. However, on November 3rd, shortly after that agreement had been signed, Julie called her lawyer and saying she had felt presumed into the session, decided to avoid it. According to Julie, in the morning of November 6, 2011, Sky woke up sick in their random apartment she had signed. She put him and his sister in the car she was driving, at the time a silver 1998 two-door Accord Integrate, and headed for the Overlake Medical Center in Boulevard. Julie later stated that around the 206 block of 1112 Avenue NE in the City Lawn section of the road that follows a top created noise barrier around the curve of the Washington State Route 520 Expressway, just west of Interchange with Inster 405. Her car ran out of gas. Julie parked the car on the side of the road. She said she left Sky, stepped into his car seat inside while she took Mila to find assistance, reaching out to Chevrolet Station in Mile. Okay, so why would you take one child but you won't take the other one? That's kind of fishy to me. But that's just me. North of where she parked an hour later, instead of buying gas or asking someone to bring her to her car, she called a friend who came and picked her up and gave her a ride back to her car. Julie said that when she returned to discover that Sky was gone, she called police, reported him missing, then in turn contacted Solomon before noon that day. Search combined a 20-block radius of the car but found nothing. Boulevard police soon came into doubt Julie's account. Her car, when tested, proved to have a quarter-full intake in his tank and operate normally. And the hours she spent wandering the neighborhood before reaching to the gas station, she apparently made little effort to seek help from the resident. Julie, Mrs. Julie here, had left her home with the particularly sick child, but not taking her wallet, purse, and phone. No gas can was found in the car. When questioned further about this discrepancy, Julie invoked her Fifth Amendment right and refused to take the lie detector test. Julie, Mrs. Julie, you got some explaining to do, girl. You really do. She did, however, give investigators permission to search her car. And FYI, if you've seen true crime, you know lie detectors are really not admissible in court. We all know that. Why do they use it? I want to know. But who knows? Her computer in her home, there was no sign of Sky or near the letter location. Her car was unlocked and did not show any signs of forced entry. Police searched Solomon's house as well and found nothing. After a lie detector test he took the night after the disappearance proving conclusive, Solomon took another one the next day, although neither his attorney nor the police shared the result with the public. Police soon learned about the 2009 accident where Julie and Solomon had been arrested after leaving Sky in their car unattended during the investigation. Both parents admitted to having left their children by themselves for long periods of time. Detectives would not confirm whether, according to some reports, Julie had done so during the lengthy medication hearing the week before Sky went missing. There was some questions about whether Sky had even been in the car that morning to begin with. Nordis, who had passed the parked car, did not report seeing anything unusual, not even a child in it. At Julie's apartment complex in Renderman, neighbors said she and her children rarely went out, and none of them had seen Sky for at least 2 weeks. Solomon was not aware of any having seen his son other than his ex-wife since an April doctor visit. However, Malia told the police that Sky had indeed been in the car that morning. The theory that Sky disappeared may have been arranged by Julie drew more credence when police learned of a strong connection between her story and a recently aired episode of the popular NBC crime drama Law & Order Special Victim Unit. In the episode titled Missing Piece, a young couple claims their baby son had been abducted when their parked car was stolen. It was later learned that they buried the boy, believing they accidentally killed him, and made up the abduction as a cover story. The episode first broadcast 2 weeks earlier and been rerun in the Seattle area the night before Sky vanished. And note that there are several folks up in the operations center of the command post that have taken a look at that episode. Major Mike Johnson of the Boulevard Police told reports and have communicated that it's strikingly similar in nature. Though his attorney Solomon told people that Law & Order was his wife's favorite show. Julie present on the internet also rooms interest. On her Facebook page, she had posted many pictures of Melia, but almost none of Sky. During the previous month, she had also posted a profile to the SeekArrangement.com, a dating website for women seeking sugar daddies. Wealthy men willing to support a younger woman financially as part of a romantic relationship. She sought financial stability as well as $3,000 to $5,000 in cash per month. Investigators state publicly that they did not believe Julie's story had suspected criminal activity had a core. However, they did not formally describe her as a prime suspect or person of interest. Note that they charged her with child endangerment. Despite the circumstances of the case and her past arrest along with her then husband for leaving Sky in the car unsupervised. The decision not to do so, they say later, was a strategic decision in order to rescue a conviction. Police and prosecutor would have to prove that they believe Julie did in fact leave her son alone and the vehicle for an unreasonable length of time. But if the evidence later emerged suggesting Sky had been murdered or kidnapped and implicated to his mother in some capacity, evidence that suggests he had never been in the car to begin with, arresting her on charges that she had indeed left him there could make a prosecution for more serious charges impossible, a police spokesman said. Later, Solomon lawyer told the Settle Weekly another reason for the indication. If police did arrest Julie, she and her attorney would be able to review all the evidence, and the police had complicated up to the point which neither they nor Solomon wanted her to be able to. So 2 weeks after Sky's disappearance, Julie finally discussed the case with the media and ABC News, obtaining the email address that her relative said was hers and used to contact her. She betrayed that she had no idea where the child was and called her ex-husband a sadistic Muslim Pakistan who was not telling the truth himself about the case itself. She said her lawyer had instructed her not to discuss it with anyone. She ignored a specific question about whether she indeed ran out of gas that morning. ABC News was unable to confirm whether it was indeed Julie who had responded to them, as she was known to be staying with relatives at the time. However, Solomon told them it sounded to him like that the way she would have talked. Obviously, she was just trying to maybe get me kind of riled up, he said after reviewing the emails. ABC News shared them with Boulevard police, who could not comment on them, but believed that may be of some value in their cases. The Washington State Department of Social and Health Services removed Mila from Julie's home in the wake of her brother's disappearance and placed her into foster care. Solomon was granted twice weekly visitation while petitioning the court hearing the divorce to grant him custody, which he did after removing the remaining prosecution order. The divorce was granted in January 2012. 2015, the case further in Universal Boulevard new police chief Stephen Mullane appeared publicly to Julie to talk to them again. "I'm convinced you hold the key to finding Sky," he said in a local newspaper. While he previously aired, the department said he had exhausted all leads and had been report to it. At the time, Mullane claimed Solomon had shared some specific news information with them that may prove useful. Images of Sky that had been digitally aged progressed to show how he may appear at the time were distributed along with the original photos. Around this time, the fourth anniversary of Sky disappearing in 2015, was reported that Julie had not only remarried the previous year, but had been born her third child by her new husband, Alan Morgan, in July. DCHS workers were trying to have the infant removed from her care. DSHS was most concerned about Julie's mental health given her OCD diagnosis and past hospitalizations following her complaint from the person who delivered the child. They also found Morgan a convicted felony problematic. Authorities in Florida had taken a child from Morgan home there the month that the two were married. Julie reported Morgan to the Random Police Department for allegedly assaulting her and was granted a no-contact order, and she nevertheless visited him regularly in jail at Squash, where he was when she gave birth, under assumed names. Both claimed to investigators that they did not live together despite giving them the same address. Julie said at one point she did not even know who the father was, even though Morgan's name was on the child's birth certificate. Julie, girl, what we doing? Girl, you just everywhere, girl. You are everywhere. Can you just once tell the truth? Once. In February 2019, Julie testified in court that Morgan had violated the non-contract order. She acknowledged that she was not allowed to be alone with her new son without an observer present. Boulevard police spokesperson said Tyler said, "We do believe she knows where Sky is." She refused to talk to the press after the court appearance. 2 years later, Julie was arrested by Random Police on shoplifting charges. She continued to refuse to speak with Boulevard police about her son's disappearance. On the 10th of the anniversary, the Boulevard police released an update flyer with Sky's now shown age processed to 12. They again asked Julie to come and talk to them, saying that they had spent a $2.5 million investigation in this case over the past decades and follow up 250,000 tips. So here are the theories that they have. No trace of Sky was found in the neighborhoods surrounding the area where Julie parked her car. Police said they believe he did not wander away on his own, and the absence of any new information of useful leads with Julie accounts still considered doubtful theories of Sky's disappearance and have assumed his mother convincing. If he is alive, it is believed that either she let someone else take him that day or earlier, with Sky present in the car on invitation. She concocted that hospital story. When she realized no one believed it, she hired an attorney. Lisa Clayberry, Solomon's attorney, told the Settle Week in 2013. Solomon said he believed that his son was alive, but phrased not in the USA. And in spring of 2011, after the visit to the doctor, that was the last independent record of Sky present outside of Julie's households, he recalled that her estranged father came from Ukraine to visit her. Solomon wondered to the weekly if the older man could have taken the boy back to the country with him at the time. However, in 2013, he said that he did not know how that could have happened. Barry Solomon attorney said she believes more definitively than that Sky was never in the car that morning, nor would police have been expected to find any evidence in the apartment. She's a clean freak, and she probably bleached everything out, she said to the newspapers, pointing to Julie OCD. Unlikely her client, Barry, is doubtful about the outcome of the case. I don't think he's alive, she said in 2013. Solomon doesn't like when I say that, but that's what I think. While she believes Julie is responsible for Kai's death, she allows that he could have been merely the result of a child neglect rather than deliberate act of mercy. And that's the weird. Let me tell you about this case. I believe that Sky is alive, and I believe he's not in the country. She's from Russia. Okay? She is from Russia. I don't know. I wonder if the detectives even look into this theory. Like, did they... I mean, if it's true that her dad came, wouldn't they go and see if they found some airplane tickets? I mean, I don't know. I mean, you have to be so... I don't even know what it costs. I don't want to say smart, but you have to plan accordingly to not get caught, to leave this country. And it has been done. It's been done. I believe it has. I don't know how, because I don't have the patience to do it. I wouldn't be able to do it. But it has been done. And I think he is. I really do think Sky's alive. She knows where he's at. And he's back in his country. I mean, it's Russia, guys. It's Russia. God, to find this missing boy, it's gonna take an army to find him. And I really do hope that, for her sake of her daughter, I hope, because I mean, I can't say, but if I had a little brother and he was there one night and then missing the next day, and I would be asking questions. I'm the type of person that I need questions, I need answers. Give them to me because I need it. And I think I hope that one day Julie opens her eyes and realize what she's done and how many people she's have hurt. And I don't know. And I give Solomon so much prop because he did try. He tried to help her, even though she made him feel not worthless and just, and with her OCD stuff. I'm proud of him because he did try to help. He tried to help her. He tried to help and do as much as he can. And I've seen stories too where husband would just give up. They're like, you know what? I'm not dealing with you. You're crazy. You work my nerves. But he didn't. He really didn't. So I'll be uploading tomorrow again a new story. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I really do hope y'all enjoy your Christmas with your families and friends. So yeah.